was still fighting. Wow, I guess they thought it was down. I thought it was down too, to be honest.
The whistle never blew, though,
and
the running back kept on moving his legs. We'll see what happens there. He picks up a gain of 9 yards on the play.
Yeah, it looks like he did, but you might want to be in situations like that. You're running back is swamped with players like that. You might want to be careful. Keep running like that. You might pull something. Okay, so going to line up. 2 receivers at the bottom. Running back lined up. Running back's going to get the handoff. He's going to power his way through a defender. There's going to be a flag on the play.
Hey, I wonder what it could be.
Well, if running around the right end like that, it looks like there's a good chance for that to be a hold.
So, hey, it's going to be a hold, Kinsley.
So they're going to bring it back 5 yards.
So a holding on the call is 10-yard penalty there, Kinsley.
10-yard penalty. Being a little generous there, Emma.
Generous, yeah, Kinsley. You need to, you know how to count to 10, buddy? I know how to count to 10.
Do you? You're going to count them steps it takes you to get down that aisle tomorrow.
That's it. You're exactly. Yeah, baby.
I hear you, John.
So 2nd and 12 for the Knights.
2 receivers at the bottom. Quarterback gets the snap. It's going to drive. The Tigers' defensive line is drawn offside again. And so they're going to gain 5 yards that they originally 5 yards back that they originally lost.
But it's 2nd and 8 now, so it's
the simple
things.
The little things that you got to do right. And so same formation. Quarterback waves the snap. He's going to send his running back in motion. Or running back shift sides. Going to take the snap. He's going to keep it himself running around the right sideline, dragging a few defenders. He's going to pick up about 8 yards on that play.
So Ben Knight on the stop there, and it's going to be enough for a Knight first down. Davidson gets around the corner, and just a tough athlete. I like the way Davidson's played tonight. He's a really strong competitor, and I like to see him out on the field play.
Yeah, he is. He really is a really tough guy. I mean, the guy can throw, the guy can run. I mean, okay, so next year he's going to hand off to his running back, going to wiggle his way up the middle. And wow, this guy, you're going to have to wrap this guy up. You're not going to just arm tackle that running back.
Turnage did a good job of taking the football and just running it down the field. Mason Smith on the tackle there and drags him down. And so it's 1st and 10 from the Knight 49-yard line.
Right, that Turnage is really turning up the heat in that running game for the Knights. They're going to come out same formation, 2 receivers at the bottom. Running back gets the snap. They're going to hand it off to the running back again. He's going to bowl his way up the middle. They're going to just continue to work the running game until the Tigers prove that they can stop it.
He picks up about 8 yards there. So it's going to be 2nd and a long 2 with Broadway on the tackle. Did a good job there. So 2nd and 2, 9:30 left in the third quarter. Tigers trail 13-14 with the Knights driving.
Okay, they'll line up. Quarterback gets the snap. Hands off to the running back again. He's going to go. Well, he's going to keep the ball. And they're going to look like he's going to get stopped for a little bit of a loss there.
Yeah, it looks like he lost a few there, but he's going to gain about a yard.
Yeah, I mean, Colton Edmonds on the tackle there for the Tigers.
Edmonds got in the backfield, so it's going to bring up 3rd and short unless the referees decide to give him a first down.
They've been in a giving mood tonight, huh? If they're going to go with a power running formation here, they're going to crowd the line. It looks like the Knights there kind of get a little aggressive there on the field. Kind of mouthing off there to the Tigers. And they're going to give him the first as he powers his way up the middle.
So again, just power football right up the middle. And that's enough for the Knight first down, and it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Tiger 40.
And looks like Zach Rogers, last week's player of the week, limping off the field there, paying attention to his leg. I hope he's okay. So nice line up, 2 receivers at the top, running back to the left. Quarterback takes a step, hands off to Turnage up the middle. It's going to get back to going to pick up a few yards there.
70, it looked like 70 dragged 62 to the ground, and there again, no flag from the referees, and it happened right there. I mean, the old ref barely can turn his head, but it looks like that was a holding to where I'm sitting at. 2nd and 8 for the Knights.
I guess they're going to line up now. With two receivers that move to the top, running back to the right. They're going to fake the handoff to the running back, going to throw it out to the flats. Going to find a defender, but the defender's going to break a few tackles. And those defenders are going to have to wrap up and bring some heat. I mean, they're not being aggressive enough to bring down the runner.
Mason Smith on the tackle again, and Cody Hyatt and a whole bunch of Tigers. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Tiger 25 with the Knights driving with 7:30 left to go in the third quarter, brought to you by Rasmussen Party Supplies.
So same formation. Davidson awaits the snap. Davidson gets the snap. He's going to hand it off to Turnage again up the middle. After about a 5-yard gain, but it's like a flag on the play.
So the flag there, Kinsley, the flag was thrown right in the middle of the offensive line. So you know from that position on the field, it's going to be a hold. I mean, there's no other thing it could be unless they decide to call it offsides.
Right. So it's like the Knights are backing it up. So, yep, it's going to be a hold against the Knights.
So actually that's a chop block. So that's an extra 5 yards. So that's a big penalty.
Yeah.
So how about that?
Yeah, you got to protect the legs of those defensive linemen. I mean, that's just an illegal move that you cannot do.
1st and 25. So that's a big play there.
Wow. So that means that the secondary is going to have to get set because they're going to go to the air.
Watch the ball.
And make sure that defensive line doesn't get too excited. And the quarterback lets it go over the middle, find the receiver. Wow. This is really something how it takes 2 defenders to bring down 1 man.
Well, those receivers are tough, and they're not going down. Broadway on the tackle, and it was a simple inside slant, deep post route, and it was a simple first down to the 12-yard line of the Tigers.
Yeah, not only that, but those defenders are going to have to show their weight and to look to get the ball. I know they're going for the tackle, but you have to look to get the ball back, especially when they're now threatening inside the red zone. So quarterback takes the snap, is going to hand it off to Turnage at the middle, so he's going to find the crease. He's going to be brought down about the 5-yard line. Well, no, it's probably about the 2-yard line to be more accurate.
So that's going to be 1st and goal right outside the goal line from about the 3-yard line. So Kinsley, they're getting, geared up here.
So the quarterback takes the snap. He's going to hand off to the running back. Going to go up the middle. It's going to be touchdown Knights.
So the Knights drive 85 yards and score, and take off 6 minutes here in the third quarter, brought to you by Rasmussen Party Supply. And Kinsley, the Tigers got some gifts from the officials. They just need to, tighten up and play better in the secondary.
They do, and I mean, from the line to the linebackers to the secondary. I mean, you have to on all levels. You have to play sound football, and it's just they're just not being aggressive enough. And the extra point attempt was no good for the Knights. So lucky break for the Tigers. The Tigers in the first half, they missed an extra point. So it's just happened with the Knights. So it's kind of offsetting. So we'll see what happens. The Tigers are going to have to find a way to respond after this.
Well, that's some of the breaks the Tigers needed. I mean, down by a touchdown with 6 minutes left in the third quarter, and, they're going to get the ball back, and they need to take their time. They don't need to rush. There's plenty of time in the game. So, there's really no need to rush. As a matter of fact, I would try to run it as much as possible to knock off as much time in the game as you could.
Right, and if they just go back to the keep the same flow that you displayed in the first half. I mean, they played a steady running game, and it was actually very consistent. You know, they had Barnes in the game, Hayes in the game, and Morris in the game. You know, it was a consistent running game, and even McGee kept the ball himself sometimes. So, and it was steady, you know, and it was effective. It wore the defense down a little bit. So, you know, just keep it steady and keep it going. Just continue to get those yards. So the Knights kicked the ball off, and it was Jay Jones who was set to return, but he dropped the ball, and he rolls out the back of the end zone. So the Tigers are going to start 1st and 10 from their own 20.
So the Tigers, they really just need to keep on what they're doing. They can move the ball against this team. And a surprising score, Northeast Lauderdale is leading Mendenhall at the half 14-0. So that's a big game there.
Wow. That is a big game. All right, so the Tigers sit on offense. 2 receivers at the bottom. It's like McGee is going to keep the ball himself and wiggle his way through the line and pick up of about 5 yards.
See, that's what you need to do. You need to keep on doing plays like that, up and down the field, you know, with clock running, and that's all you can ask for.
It's like McGee's going to kind of limp off the field a little bit, so that's not a good thing. So that now Mason Smith's going to have to play both sides. So Nathan Smith comes in at quarterback. So this should be interesting. So 3 receivers at the bottom, 1 at the top. Moore's lined up to the right of Mason. Mason's going to keep it himself, cut it up right field. We're going to be met by half the defense. Is going to be brought down at the minimal gain.
So the Knights really got behind the line and really penetrated the line. Here comes, it looks like McGee back in the game.
So still a slight limp, but you know, he's a tough kid. I think he's gonna make it through. He's gonna manage. That's one thing about 5'5" McGee. I mean, he's a trooper, and I mean, he's gonna sacrifice his body. So McGee takes the snap. He's gonna get it out there to Jay Jones. Jay Jones gonna break a tackle. He's gonna pick up maybe 5 yards on the play. Brought down by a host of Knights.
And it looks like it's going to be close to a first down. They're going to ask for a measurement, which I don't blame them. It was a bubble screen there on the play, and a good play option there. And looks like it's going to be a measurement request here, and I don't blame them.
All right, so they're going to bring in the chains. At least they're supposed to be bringing in the chains. Okay, and here comes the chain gang.
It's going to be, short there, but, this is a big game, an inches away.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you stand like this, hey, you have to measure it and see if you have the right to get a fresh set of downs. So let's see, and looks like the Tigers are going to have it. Looks like, it's enough for a first down. All right.
So the Tigers get that first down. 4:21 left in the third quarter. A big opening drive there. And so it's 4:21 left in the third quarter, brought to you by Rasmu's Party Supplies, opening on Monday. And I tell you what, 4:21 left, a lot of time left in the third quarter.
Yeah, there's a lot of football to be played, and there's still a chance. I mean, hey, Tigers are just down, one score, and it really helps them that the Knights missed the extra point. So, the Tigers score on this series, hey, they'll be looking at, a really close ball game. So McGee takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. He's going to keep the ball, go around left, hitting no blockers, but he's going to have to make his own way. Whoa!
Oh, look! Oh, wow! I mean,
late hit. They're talking about a late hit.
That was a late hit. I mean, unsportsmanlike conduct, and that was a cheap hit by the Knights. I mean, 2 Knight players just smacked Fi and drug him down after he was drug out of bounds.
Oh, Antonio Hayes is mad. He is living.
But I mean,
you can't blame him.
That's terrible. And they did throw the flag. I mean, that was uncalled for. That was a garbage play.